For centuries, humanity has gazed upward into the night sky, tracing the slow dance of the stars and wondering what might drift unseen through the endless darkness between them. We mapped the orbits of planets, charted the paths of comets, catalogued the silent wanderings of asteroids, and told ourselves that the solar system was a closed and orderly neighborhood. A clockwork machine where every piece followed predictable rules, where chance and chaos had long ago been replaced by stability. But the universe has a way of reminding us that our certainty is often an illusion. Sometimes, the reminders are subtle, a comet appearing sooner than expected, a planet wobbling slightly off course. And sometimes, the reminder is impossible to ignore. The James Webb Space Telescope, humanity's most advanced eye on the cosmos, was built to look backward in time, to capture the faint glow of the first galaxies born after the Big Bang. It was meant to reveal the ancient past, not the present. And certainly not the immediate neighborhood of our solar system. Yet when Webb turned its mirrors toward something closer, something moving with unnatural precision, it revealed an enigma that may be more profound than any distant galaxy. Astronomers call it 3 Atlas. To the public, that name means little. To those studying it, the name has become synonymous with unease. Because 3 Atlas is not just a comet, not just a rock expelled from some faraway system. It is an interstellar traveler. One whose speed, trajectory, and behavior defy every natural explanation. At first, the discovery seemed routine. On July 1st, a telescope in the NASA-funded Atlas survey picked up what looked like a faint speck of light crossing the velvet blackness of space. It was tagged, logged, and noted as yet another minor body entering the solar system. But within days, everything changed. Its speed was measured at more than 133,000 miles per hour, faster than almost anything we have ever tracked. And its orbit was not elliptical, not bound by the sun's pull as asteroids and comets are. It was hyperbolic, a trajectory that could only mean one thing. This object had come from interstellar space, and in theory, it would leave again. That fact alone made it rare. Only the 3rd interstellar visitor ever confirmed, after Oumuamua and Borisov. But unlike them, 3 Atlas did not behave like a wandering fragment of rock or ice. Its path was too precise. Its approach too deliberate. When astronomers projected its orbit forward, the results unsettled them. The object would skim past Jupiter, thread the needle between Mars and the asteroid belt, and slingshot around the Sun with such timing that Earth would be on the far side of its orbit during the closest approach. To some, this was pure coincidence. To others, it looked like avoidance. Then came the first images from Webb. Scientists expected jagged irregularities, the telltale roughness of a cometary fragment. Instead, what Webb captured forced them to question everything. The surface of 3 Atlas shimmered with unnatural brightness, smooth and reflective like polished metal. Instead of tumbling chaotically as most small bodies do, it rotated with a steady, rhythmic balance, as if stabilized by internal machinery. Natural objects do not fly this way. Machines do. What unsettled researchers even more were the thermal readings. Natural bodies absorb sunlight, release heat unevenly, and vent gases in chaotic plumes. 3 Atlas, however, released heat in intervals. Pulses. Measured bursts of infrared radiation, repeating in a rhythm too precise to be chance. At first, it was dismissed as instrument error. But when Webb's readings were cross-checked with data from ground-based observatories, the pattern remained. It was real. And it was deliberate. Soon, those patterns revealed something stranger still. Analysts studying the intervals noticed they were not random. They matched sequences familiar to anyone who has studied mathematics. First came prime numbers. Then Fibonacci spirals. Then ratios close to pi. These were not the accidents of physics. They were the hallmarks of communication. In the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, scientists have long argued that mathematics would be the universal language, the one code shared by every advanced mind in the cosmos. And now, here it was, written not in radio waves but in heat, pulsing from the surface of an interstellar traveler. The possibility was staggering. Were these signals meant for us? Or were we simply eavesdropping on a transmission intended for another receiver, somewhere beyond the reach of our telescopes? The debate spread like fire through the scientific community. Some insisted it was nothing more than an unusual natural phenomenon, an exotic comet behaving in ways we had not yet understood. Others whispered that this was confirmation, proof that we are not alone. Proof not from ancient ruins or hypothetical radio bursts, but from an object silently passing through our backyard. As the debate raged, governments moved quietly. At first, data was shared openly between NASA, the European Space Agency, and private observatories. But as Webb's images became clearer and the anomalies harder to dismiss, the openness faded. Observation logs went dark. Public databases froze. Updates vanished behind clearance walls. Observatories reported mysterious outages. And scientists who spoke too openly about what they had seen were suddenly unavailable for comment. Still, fragments leaked. Reports of faint electromagnetic bursts riding alongside the thermal pulses. Claims that Webb had detected not one object, but several faint companions trailing in the same trajectory, dim reflections, shadows that could have been artifacts, or could have been a swarm. A caravan of probes moving together across interstellar space. If true, then 3 Atlas was not a lone traveler, but a piece of something much larger. All of this raises a chilling possibility. If this object is artificial, then it is not new. It could have been launched thousands of years ago. Millions, even. It could be the relic of a civilization long gone, still carrying out its mission across the stars. Or it could be part of something alive, something ongoing, a network of machines that map, measure, and watch. A network we have only just become capable of noticing. Already, whispers circulate behind closed doors. Some suggest that if 3 Atlas is truly artificial, then others must have passed before it, undetected. Others fear that its avoidance of Earth is not caution, but strategy, watching us, measuring us, without giving us a chance to respond. And some ask the darkest question of all. What if it is not just here to observe? What if it is here to decide? The universe has given us many mysteries. But 3 Atlas is different. It is not distant. It is not ancient light captured across billions of years. It is here. Now. Passing silently through the solar system, its reflective skin glinting in the sun, its coded pulses whispering in the dark. We may not know who built it. We may not know what its mission is. But one truth is impossible to ignore. It is not natural. It is not random. It is not an accident. It is a message. And whether that message was meant for us or not, we are listening. Because if 3 Atlas is watching us, then we may already be part of a story much larger than our own. A story that did not begin with us, and one that will not end with us. A story written in the silence between stars, now unfolding in the skies above our heads. The only question that remains